Today we're working on putting concrete down in the sheep shelter. So working on this, they took out another post that was here, so I stopped banging my head. We had taken these two lower ones out a while ago, and I kept banging my head on the one this high, so that's gone. You can see, I don't know, there are bees nest inside. Those are the stingless bees, so I just leave them alone. And the sheep tonight will be sleeping in here. I haven't figured out how to get this closed. It's not closing properly, but we'll figure that out. We've already moved their salt, their food trough, as well as their hay that they haven't been eating, which is fine. It looks like somebody else has been using it almost as a nest. I'm gonna think that's just a coincidence. So, I don't know. Trabajo mucho.
¿Qué? ¿Qué dice?
Tú trabajan mucho. Me no.
Trabajamos mucho.
Okay, so one of the things he's doing is he's making it lower on this side and in that corner that he's in right now, so that when we clean it, the water and the urine and everything will flow out. So. Y la esquina.
¿Allá?
Sí, un poco. Ah, perfecto. This is the dirt that came out of my fire pit when it was built. Not fire pit, burn pit, when it was built. And we're using it on the floor under the cement. Mucho?
Muchas hormigas.
And she is spraying gasoline on it. Not ideal, but the ants are really bad. And there's almost no way to get rid of ants. Ants and termites are the things that you always need to spray with poison or gasoline. Okay, let me show you what we've done today. I shouldn't say we've done, because I really did nothing. Ulysses had a helper who canceled on him, so his wife Yanni came with him, and they worked hard. they got half of the sheep shelter cemented, and they pretty much put the rest of the dirt in. So he had asked me if I wanted to just block off that half and have the sheep here. But there were two reasons I said no. One is if they broke through, they'd make a mess, and it wasn't worth it. And two is this dirt is going to be really hard to clean up. I clean the sheep shelter every day. I think I mentioned that already. But I clean it every day, and I won't be able to clean that. Now, they're going to be in here for at least 2 nights. Ulysses thinks they're going to be afraid to even go in there. I think he's probably right, but they will go in there, I think, with their alfalfa, which I'm going to get right now. And once they have their alfalfa, they'll probably go in there to eat it, and I'll close them in. They've been in there before, but only have they been in there closed in once, and it was a disaster. So that was because it rained. We're not expecting any rain tonight. We did get rain last night, and a little bit the night before, like drizzle. But last night it rained pretty good for a little while. I'd say we got less than an inch, but it is the dry season, and we got some rain, which is great. As you can see, we've only got about another month to 6 weeks of the dry season, and my place still looks green. So normally I will put their alfalfa in the food trough before I get them, but I am not going to do that today. I am going to take the alfalfa with me, lead them back. They'll probably wait at the door of their shelter until I talk them into going to the new shelter. And then, as I've mentioned, this is supposed to be a movable shelter. Ultimately, that will happen, but we're still far from that. Our next projects, so they worked on this. They're going to finish this on Thursday. And they helped me fix where, I didn't mention this, Punky got out the other day, went under a fence into the chicken area. And luckily, Lulu was so upset that she couldn't join Punky that she was crying. And I went running over to see what happened, and realized Punky wasn't in there. Now, she wasn't making any noise because her mouth was full with the chicken. She didn't hurt it, though. She looked like she was going to, but the chicken is fine. So I think she does it just to play, but I'm not sure. So I am not sure I'm going to be able to hold this camera well, but I'm going to try and do it. Otherwise, I might just turn it back on when we're over by the sheep shelter. Well, we've got to go through this gate, and then we've got to open up. They were in this back pasture today. Right now, it's hard for me to get them back here. Their grass is way better back here. They should want to be back here. But there's enough grass in the other pastures. And once it's grown for a few days, they'll look for the good stuff again, which is not good for the pasture, but that's what they'll do. So they're all here waiting. Are you stomping your foot saying, come on? Oh, shoot, I locked that. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera off for a second. So right now I'm following them. But they haven't realized that I have the alfalfa. Yes, what's going on? What's going on? Come on. Go through the gate. Come on, big guy. Okay. Now we'll follow the sheep, and they're going to be very confused. And like I said, I don't think they're going to be thrilled about going into this, the movable shelter for the first time, but I don't think they're going to freak out about it either. We'll see. That was Punky. I don't know what, oh, I think they see the hay. Yeah, they're like, what's going on? What's going on, girls and boys? It's only one boy. Two boys, sorry. Come on, guys. Okay, come on. Sheep, 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 sheep. Sheep, 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 sheep. Blue, you gotta come inside. Blue, you're on the wrong side. Good baby. Come on this way. No, you gotta go in. Go on in. Okay, go on in. You can't get it from there. You gotta go in, Blue. Come on. Come on, go on in. Go, Flame. Good girl. Come on. No. Okay, I just closed the door, and everyone is in there but Katie. No, they're not. They opened the door, didn't stay closed. Come on in. Ah. You want to go in, girls? No, stay in. Come on. Come on, girls. Sheep, 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 sheep. Sheep, 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 sheep. Sheep, 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 sheep. Come on. They're eating all your food. Sheep, 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 sheep. Sheep, 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 sheep. Sheep, 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 sheep. Sheep, 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 sheep. Come on. Come on, Blue. You're the only one. Blue, you can't get it from there. Come on, Blue. You're scaring everyone. You're scaring everyone, Blue. Come on. Sheep, 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 sheep. Sheep, 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 sheep. Come on. Sheep, 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 sheep. Come on. Here, let's move this down. Oh, I'm scaring Katie. Come on. Okay, so the two won't go in, and they've had the experience of being afraid in here before. So when I first made this, for those that don't remember, it was almost 2 years ago, the roof collapsed, and they went running through the wire. The fence wasn't wire. If I can get them to go in, this might take me half the night, but let's see if I can get them in. I'm gonna put the camera away. I'm afraid if I leave it open, I might be able to do it real fast. Now she might go in. There we go. So I don't know how this is going to go tonight. And if they'll try and get out, but I think now that they're in there, I think they'll settle down. So we'll hope for the best. I would like to straighten out their salt, but it's fine. I'm sure they can still get at their salt. I wanted to lower it, but making the noise on the wire was stressing them out a little. So I might go back and do that. But anyway, so they're in here. Today is Tuesday. Ulysses is coming back Thursday. I don't know if Yanni's coming with him, but probably, so they can get that finished up. And what I'll probably do just to keep them happy is bring them a little more hay and throw it in their trough when they're done. And the 7 of them just barely fit with the trough against the wall. But that room is too small to do it any other way. They would fit. If Katie wanted to get in there, she could. Come on, Katie, eat some food. Okay, so I latched the gate with the lock, but I didn't lock it. Might be a mistake. I probably should lock it. Okay, I have to say, I feel like none of the animals like me right now. So these 3 ducks are fine. She's been off her nest for a while, and I'm not sure why. She sat on her nest all day until about 3, and then there was a lot going on out here, so she got off her nest. But I've got all 3 females in here. I had one over there with the male, and I was hoping it was the one that wasn't laying eggs, and we found an egg in there today. So I moved her over here, took her egg, because once you touch them, they won't claim them. So I'm hoping she picks a nest and starts laying, and maybe has a few eggs to sit on. They're fine, because there are 3 of them, but Mr. Duck is so unhappy with me. He is like trying to get out, putting his feet up. He's got a big area now, so he should be fine. I'm going to get him more food. He's probably hungry. But while we're out here and I have the camera, this is where Punky broke out the other day. She dug under this fence right here, and as you can see, she ruined the side of my compost, which is fine. But we put these posts in, attached the wire to the posts. Here's Punky going, oh, I remember now. And then put the wood up there, and hopefully that'll hold her in. Don't know for a while if I'm going to keep her in there during the day. We might see how it goes, but it really helps me tremendously to keep them in there while I'm doing all the morning and evening animal chores, and not having to walk them. And then I'll do a midday walk with them, and that works out really well. So that's where we're at. I am going to feed all the ducks, change the ducks' water, even though that was changed just like 2 hours ago. I think I have to give the chickens more food, and then I'm done, maybe. So they finished the sheep shelter today, and it looks really good. So this is the finished product. We'll put everything back in its place. I love that railing, as I mentioned, has been cut out. We moved the movable shelter. It's not yet very movable, but we moved it. It had gotten quite messy here, plus 3 days after the sheep's poop, the larvae of the parasites can get back into their system, and we don't want that to happen. So it's been moved. So they had 2 days here, and now they're going to have 2 days over here. The sheep shelter will be ready for them to go back into tomorrow. But they're doing fine here as long as it doesn't rain. It still has no roof. And I'll probably get that in the next few weeks. But we're going to focus next on the gardens. So they'll go back to their permanent shelter for a little while. And then after the gardens, we're going to finish fixing this. Things we're going to do. We're going to take this one door off, just to lighten it a little. And then we're going to angle the roof for 2 reasons. One, because when we put a roof on it, we want the rain to wash off the roof, because it can rain pretty hard here and we don't want it to collect on a flat roof. Nothing here has a flat roof for that reason. And then the other reason is just also to take a little bit of the metal off so that there is less weight. And then I've got to think about getting better wheels. I think I need bigger wheels to get through the mud, but I'll figure that out at some point. And then it'll be movable, and then we're going to lift it into this pasture. And right now, from this pasture to that pasture has an 11-foot opening, and the movable shelter's 10 by 10. And then those 3 pastures in the back all have 11-foot openings between them, and we'll have to put something between the 2 and the 3 pastures, so then that mobile shelter can rotate between those 5 small pastures. And when they're in the other pastures, they'll just have to go into the permanent shelter at night, and I'll have to clean that in the morning. But at least this will make it a little easier for me to not have to clean every single day. So if all goes well, we'll get that working. I'm now going to do the rest of the evening chores, and I show that to you all the time, so I'm not going to show it. Thanks for joining us this week. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to follow along as we homestead here in Panama, please hit the subscribe button and click the bell so you're notified when our next video comes out. And if you know of anyone else that's looking to move to Panama, especially rural Panama, please share these videos with them. Thank you. We'll see you next week. Bye.